thinking in my head like, what I gotta do next. So I'm like, all right, I grabbed her butt. I'm like, do I kiss her? I'm like, do I kiss her? Do I grab it again and all that? So I'm like, all right. So I finally grew some these nuts. And then I was like, all right. So that's when I just walked over to her and I just kissed her. I'm on my way to the top, you know that I'm hot, I'm going to set it. I'm pulling up in the top, she chugging me top, she know that we let it. Shorty, she know that I'm lit, 16 up next in the city. Yeah, I'm the youngest out the... What's good? Two, it's your boy SG and we back, man. Today, we got something good for y'all. We got how I lost my virginity today. Long story, long story, crazy, awkward, weird, and all that. Not expect my first time to go like that, but it happened, and now, yeah, now I'm here now, so ain't none of that no more. Well, all right, long story short, me and her was talking. Well, I was what? I think I was 14. We was talking that summer. I was going on my 15th birthday. That summer, and then mind you, I think we had just got out of school, or school was still going on. I'm not sure, but I know it was towards the end of the year. But yeah, we it was my uncle had passed away, and then I think a week later, the day of his funeral, she had a free crib, so she told me that. So I'm like, no, I can't even come. Like I gotta go to my uncle's. Like I was a little emotional that day and all that. She was like, all right, it's cool. You could just come after and all that. I was like, all right, bet. I was like, if I feel like, she was like, it's okay, it's all right and all that. But all right, I'm gonna just let you know. So after all that, everything, mind you, I was right at that time. I was around bikes and all that. I was around bikes. I had a SoCal and all that. So mind you, I'm 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 all the way up living in East Buckfuck somewhere, and I had went home. So I was like, I ain't like want to go nowhere. So I was like, all right, I might just go see her, man. So mind you, I rode my bike all the way up there, like my rode my bike. I ain't gonna lie, it was a little chike away, but I was riding bikes at the time, so it wasn't nothing to me like I couldn't handle. You feel me? All right, mind you, long story short, I got there, and her mom was there, but she still said I could come and all that, so like it was cool. So her mom had got back, so I'm like, me in my head, I'm thinking earlier that day like she got a free crib, you know what I'm saying? So and I'm a little sad today, so she gotta make me feel better and all, like you feel me? So it's like you already know how that go. But yeah, so yeah, we got it. We was in there. We wasn't in her room and all that, cause you know we still kids and all. We was chilling and all that, so I couldn't go in her room. But mind you, the way her crib is, it's like when you first walk in, it's this big hallway, then it's up. Then the next flight, it's like it's like a lobby room, but it's like a little section with like couch and all that. And then go up again. That's when her house. That's when it's her house. So mind you, we couldn't go in her room. So I'm like, want to walk to the store real quick. So mind you, walk to the store. I'm sneaky with it. I'm like, bro, Poppy, let me get the honor, bro. Let me get out. So he already gave me one. I'm like, all right, bet. So we went back to the crib. So I'm like, no, we could just sit right here in the couches real quick and all that. So I'm like, yeah. Long story short, I ain't know how to like I did, but I ain't know really how to start it off and all that. I ain't like really know what I was doing and all that. I was just I was just like being a kid, like I was bedding around, playing with her and all that. I'm like, I remember me saying something dumb, and I try to cover it up and all that. So I'm like, I was like, what's up? But she was like, what's up? So like, she ain't know. I don't know if she knew what was going on, but I knew what was going on what I was trying to do. But she didn't know what was going on, so it made me look like I was retarded or something. Like I didn't know I was dumb or something. So I'm like, damn, what I gotta do? What I gotta do? So I started to look all sad and all that. Then she hit me with the what's wrong? Like, was just thinking and all that. You know, you gotta act all down and all that. Then she did come up on you. She was like, "Oh, you wanna hug or something?" I'm like, it don't matter." So she gave me a hug. I'm like, all right. Like, what do I do now? I'm in my head like, I'm like, what's next? What I gotta do? Like, I was really like, I ain't gonna lie. And for that first time, like you don't know what the like, you don't know what you gotta do. Like, you think you know what you gotta do, but you really don't know what you gotta do. You feel me? Like, you really don't know. So I'm like, all right. So when she hugged me. I hugged her back. I was like, Kaya. She let me go. I'm like, Kaya, no one. She was like, yeah. So when she hugged me again, I grabbed her butt. Boom. That's when that's when that switch flipped right away. You feel me? So that's when after after I grabbed her butt and all that, she was smiling and all that. And then I still didn't know what to do after that. Like, I'm thinking I was the man after that. I'm like, no, like, ain't nothing happened. I was still looking all sad, still trying to get her to bail up on me. Mind you, she ain't even, like, she wasn't going to bust the move, so I had to. So I'm like, all right. Like, now I'm really thinking in my head, like, what I got to do next? So I'm like, all right. I grabbed her butt, I'm like, do I kiss her? I'm like, do I kiss her? Do I grab it again and all that? So I'm like, all right. So I finally grew some
These nuts.
and then I was like, all right. So that's when I just walked over to her and I just kissed her. That was it. I kissed her, and then she was kissing me back and all that. And then here I go again. Don't know what to do. Like, then I'm hesitating. Mind you, I was there for a good. I was there for a good 3 hours. I was there for a good 3 hours. And whole time I wasn't doing nothing that whole time. This all happened in the last what 30-45 minutes. I was just acting like a kid. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to do it. I called my man and all that. I'm like, bro, like, I'm like, yo, like, I'm in my head. You know how niggas be. They be like, yo, bro, she on some weird. Like, what you got to do? She on some weird. So I'm like, all right, bro. I'm like, all right, bro. I'm gonna do that. So I did it. And next thing you know, I ain't gonna tell you what it was though, cause that's too crazy. I ain't gonna tell you what it was though, man. Oh yeah, don't forget. You feel me? I'm SG. You know that. But yeah. So mind you, I ain't gonna tell you what he told me though. So I did it, and then I ain't gonna lie, it was a wrap from there. But then again, it came to a hard part. Well, I ain't know, like, I'm like, where do it go at? Where do it go at? So I'm like, I'm like, come on, what you doing? So I'm trying to get her to start doing something. Whole time she wasn't doing nothing. I'm like, yo, like, is you gonna try to do something? Like, you not gonna do it? Like, I'm not gonna ask her. Like, I'm a kid, so I'm not gonna ask like you want to. I'm just going along, cause she going along. I know she not gonna say nothing with me. I'm like, all right. I gotta do everything. I'm like, all right, bet, man. So then she was like,
2 hours
we back,
later.
man. We back. A little disruption real quick. But yeah, where was I at? What was I saying? Oh yeah. So she asked, she was like, what you doing? So I'm like, yeah, like I'm thinking she know what's up. So at first she wasn't with it. Then I'm like, then I start looking sad again. And you know, they don't like that little, they don't like when you do that. They feel type of way. They're like, oh my gosh, like females, they like, oh my gosh, all right, like, and I'm like, all right, bet. So that's when I ain't gonna lie, I didn't know I didn't know where to. That's what I was saying. I ain't know where to where to put it at all. Like, I'm like, yo, like, at first I ain't gonna lie. You know where it went the first time.
Oh, no.
And then like it didn't actually happen, but like yeah. But then we fixed all that, like, and then you feel me? Like after that, it was just nothing. But the crazy part about it is, it was in a hallway on the floor. I ain't gonna lie, it was in a hallway on the floor. Like when you first walk in our house, I told you how the hallway was. It was on the floor. That's the awkward part about it. Like like on the floor though. I couldn't. We wasn't even on the couch because like, I feel like her mom was gonna hear something. You better stop. I'm cautious. I'm scared out of my mind. I ain't no like I don't want to get caught or none of that. So we went all the way down, 2 flights down to do that. I was on my knees was hurting. You got like a little marble floor. I'm like, not marble floor, like a little towel drawings, but I was on my knees. My knees was hurting. I ain't gonna lie. And then again, I ain't even get off. Like, you feel me? I ain't even get off. Like, it was just so random and awkward at the time. So I'm just like, I was over it. But like, then again, it was my first time. So I'm like, yeah, like, I feel like I was bored at the time. I'm like, yeah, I went back home. I'm thinking in my head, like, finally it happened. I'm only 14. I ain't really like, I wasn't really like pressed over it, like, cause it just wasn't like, alright, my first time. But it was my first time, so I did feel like a little, you feel me, like a little G and all, like, you feel me. But it was chilling though. Wasn't all crazy. But yeah, man, that's it, man. That's how it went. Like, it wasn't nothing too crazy. It was awkward though. It was a little crazy. I ain't really like know what I was doing and all that. But yeah, let me know, man. Y'all gotta let me know what content y'all want, man. Like, I need video suggestions. Comment down video suggestions y'all want me to do, man. And we gonna do it, man. Y'all still gotta comment that girl y'all want in my video. She's gonna be in my first video. Comment down below and make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Tune into the previous video, and we out, man.
Turn my cheese into reality. Mama said she proud of me. I've been going for all the niggas who had died of me. I just know what I gotta do. We was young